it was a big Donny Cates week. Also,
it's a big Donny Cates week. God Country 4 and Redneck #1 came out. God Country 4. This was the first issue that came out that I actually hadn't read previously, so I was going in completely new. And by God, I loved it. Have you guys?
Oh yeah,
Read what?
God Country #4.
No,
Yeah.
I've not read 3.
Emmett Quinlan goes to hell and cuts a swath of. He just beats the shit out of everything.
Is this a 6-issue?
6-issue.
Yeah, 2 more.
I don't want to call it a mini, but I'm going to call it a 6-issue series.
It is a mini series.
It's a mini, but
That's the definition.
This is the issue where I can see it moving toward a conclusion.
Yeah, well, I mean, the end is like he's pretty much challenging like the big dog.
Yeah,
he's like
the last. Well, I guess I'd say last page, but we get the last page and the cover for the next book are side by side. So that cover for the next issue I thought was a panel, and I was like, that's pretty. No. It fits well. It's a big god coming.
I think part of it is that when I heard that it was ending at issue 6, I think subconsciously I just said I'll wait till 6 and then read 1 through 6 all in one go, because I read 1 and 2, but I've not read.
See, I love reading it as it comes out, because I'm like, because once you finish, you're like, I can't wait till the next issue. Fuck, it's a month away.
I just won't wait.
It is that perfect serialized fiction.
Oh yeah. Donny Cates is really good at like writing a 20-issue book or a 20-page book that you don't feel cheapened by it, like because like a lot of times the guys write a book and you'll feel like he wrote like 120 pages and then just chopped it up, so it doesn't feel like you're getting like a full issue's worth.
Yeah.
Donny Cates always feels like I'm getting a beginning, middle, and end to his issue, but with a cliffhanger that makes me want to come back next month. Brian K. Vaughan does that a lot, but Donny Cates is awesome.
He is on top of his game.
Yeah.
Jeff Shaw is delivering some great art. Who's coloring Jeff Shaw?
Jason Wordie.
Jason Wordie is great this issue. But yeah, Emmett goes to hell with Valofax. And Valofax the entire time is like, now calm down, Emmett. You know, he's going to try tricks and everything. And so while they're doing that, fuck his son.
I can't remember his son's name.
Yeah,
but
it's sad because I really like his son. But his son and his wife, they're still fending off the zombies.
Janie is his wife, and Roy is his son.
Roy, okay. They're doing that, and Emmett reaches the basically the Hades guy and says, so we going to fight or what? And he's like, yeah, we could fight. It's like, but I could give you your wife instead. And you see his wife, and you're like, oh no! What the fuck?
I like Valofax when they're walking in. Valofax is like, listen, I can protect you physically, like I got you covered, but I can't protect your mind. And he's gonna attack your mind, and I have no defense for that. So he's like, whatever he says. There's at one point when he starts talking, he's like, listen, just close your eyes, because he's gonna bring his wife from the dead, and he knows how to affect you through love and all that. And he's like, and Valofax is just like, close your eyes, plug your ears, run away, and because there's it's so messed up how he screws with him.
It's a gut punch when he sees her. It's like, oh no.
And even his granddaughter, because he's like, give me my daughter back. And he's like, oh yeah, I plan to. I don't know the first thing about raising a child. Like, what would I do?
He's like, this one's living.
I want to give her back to you. And he's like, but I'm not giving you Valofax. So we kind of have a conundrum.
Yeah.
So like,
and usually I'm like, I don't want to
spoil. We're at an
impasse. Usually I'm like, I don't want to spoil this. Just I have to say it. So
you could not spoil it for the listeners too.
But oh my god,
it's hard not to spoil stuff. Trust me, with Black Hammer. But
some stuff happens. Emmett Quinlan may or may not put his paws on a god.
Valofax has a cool moment because this Hades guy, I forgot what the underworld god is.
Yeah.
Gets his hands on Valofax, and Valofax is just like, get the fuck off me!
Don't touch me!
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's like. Yeah,
because it basically goes, you're not worthy.
Yeah. Don't. It's like if you picked up Thor's hammer, but instead of like not being able to lift it, Thor's hammer just hit you over the head with itself.
Told you to fuck off.
I like
stop being yourself.
Roy and Janie. I like what they're going through too, because there's the horde of zombie-esque undead creatures are trying to get in the house, and Roy is like starts praying, and Janie's like, "The hell are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm praying." She's like, "Are you kidding? Are you kidding me right now?" Like,
there's a horde of the undead outside.
Yeah, like a god.
Your father went to hell.
A god fell from the sky. Like, what do you think someone's listening? And why do you think someone's listening? And then he's like, he sees it the opposite. He goes, yeah, a god fell from the sky, like the undead are coming. How do you not believe there's something else out there, and like a higher power? And so like they're having like this weird like faith discussion in the middle of it too, which is really cool. Like, I'm gonna make a bold statement about Donny Cates, and this issue sold me on it. He is the next Jeff Lemire for me, and because he can write dialogue, slice of life, small stuff incredibly well. That makes you, because this is like, he's funny. He's an incredibly funny writer. Read Interceptor Paybacks, super funny. But when he wants to give you a gut punch, he can write a gut punch, and then his stingers are just as good. They feel like a Vaughn or a Lemire who can give you a stinger without feeling cheated. I love Donny Cates. Like, I'm becoming a mega fan of Cates. And he's going to be the next Lemire for me.
My bold prediction is he is snatched up within a year at Marvel or DC, and he becomes their next superstar. Like, he's their big name.
Yeah. And I don't compare him to Lemire lightly. Like, I am a huge fan. He's got to the point, if I see his name on something, I will buy it. No questions asked.
Yeah, Cates is amazing. Jeff Shaw is pumping out some great pages. Wordy is doing great art. One thing, actually, my favorite thing about the book, and like I said, he goes to hell, fights Hades, and all this. My favorite thing is he's still playing with the themes of memory and loss and holding on to things, because the entire conflict is because the God in the Kingdom of Always, like the God of everything, he doesn't want to be forgotten.
Oh yeah,
oh my God,
his mythology on the gods is great, because like, so you have the God of Always, and he's like, he doesn't want to be forgotten like the old gods. Yeah. So like, they have a limit to when they'll die, and they're worshipped in their time, but when they're gone, because they're alive for eons, and when they're gone, they fade from memory. And he wants to leave legacy, so a god wants to leave his legacy.
But that also plays into Emmett's whole everything. He wants to keep his memories.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just so well done. And actually, Jason at the shop, I was talking to him. He goes, when God Country is over, it might be one of the best 6-issue stories ever told. I'm going to agree with him. I'm loving it. Like, this is going to end up being like a very important story, I think.
It's bold.
Yeah.
Considering I Kill Giants exists.
Oh, I love I Kill Giants.
I Kill Giants is still one of, I know we've talked about it. We mentioned it periodically throughout. It's one of the most important. I think it's 5 issues though. It's one of the most important 5-issue minis I've ever read.
I can't read it again.
I read it once and ended up in a ball.
Yeah, I can't read it again.
I read it, and I've said it before. I read it in the circumstances that gave it an extra punch. But talking about Donny Cates and talking about Slice of Life, Redneck finally came out.
Yes.
We have been sitting on this for a while because Lucas and I have read the first 3 issues. I read this again just because it was so much fun. This is kind of Slice of Life, just with vampires.
They're trying to be Slice of Life.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's cool. I'm trying to, as we're talking, I'm trying to remember. I read some stuff about. I read the back matter on this. I don't read back matter often, but I read it on this. And Donny Cates talks about a lot of about his dad, and his dad grew up. He doesn't go into details, but he says apparently his dad fought for his life as a kid growing up. Like some bad stuff happened. But he reconciled that with his kids. So he gave his kids a life opposite of his to give them a better one, and how that influenced this book a lot. Because these vampires, they don't kill. They're kind of like they drink cow blood.
They're in a barbecue joint. They want to be left alone.
They're acclimated in a way to society. Yeah. But and it's very slice of life of like, what would this vampire family be like if they lived in Texas? It's I liked it. It's cool, and
it's really cool.
Reading the back matter and seeing how much his dad influenced it and what he said in the back matter made me actually reread this and really appreciate it, because we didn't get that. We didn't get the back matter stuff and what we read.
But have you read it yet, Seth?
I've not read it yet.
Okay.
It's it's.
But it's also one of those books where everyone's on fire. Lissandro Esterin is doing the art, and I love his art.
Cates gets great artists.
Yeah.
Like, if you read Interceptor, Paybacks, I've seen the art from a Tomahawk thanks to Seth today. I got to pick up Heavy Metal Magazine.
Get on it.
Yeah, he does.
Redneck, like, he just picks. I don't know how he does it, but he gets incredible artists.
Oh yeah.
So they're just drawn to him. I guess they know that he's going somewhere.
He has a lot of talented friends, I think.
Yeah, this is a book everybody should pick up. It doesn't feel like a lot happens in this, but a lot
gets set in motion because
yeah,
obviously
it's a good setup.
They're trying to be low key and everything, but of course there's he's not a priest, right? But
he's like I think he's a priest.
He might be, but he knows they're vampires, and he's like, we don't want you in our town. And of course things are going to escalate it, and there's going to be some bad blood brewing. I love his
Father Landry.
Yeah, and I love the old crotchety vampire.
Yeah, the grandpa vampire who lives in the attic that they're all terrified of.
So it's like
that can read minds.
It's like Grandpa from the Munsters, but Texas.
Yeah.
He looks like Count Orlok.
Does he have inventions and science experiments?
No, he is creepy.
It's cool because they're all kind of unique. The little girl, because they're a family, but like they're
not really a family.
Yeah, their family is kind of like, if you get bitten by one of them, you're kind of brought like a coven.
Kind of like What We Do in the Shadows.
You might say they're blood related.
It's fair
enough.
Seth.
Go away.
It's right.
I'll see myself out.
It's funny too because the way they drink is they mix paint thinner and cow blood to make blood wiser.
Yeah.
So they can get drunk. But yeah, so there's a little girl who can read minds, kind of like the grandfather can upstairs. It's funny, like I said. It's Donny Cates too. He's being funny. And silly, and then there are like little gut punches in this because one of the vampires is killed.
Yes,
from a night out drinking mistake.
Might not have even been his mistake.
Yeah, we don't know because a lot of it's left.
And then our main character, we understand that he did some bad things in the past, and he's trying to atone for.
Yeah, he was a part of the Civil War. And it's funny because the little girl's like, well, what side were you on? And he tries to change the subject. Like, it really doesn't matter. But, yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of history I think they're going to be trying to tell us because I think the next issue – well, I know the next issue. I think I'm thinking next issue, but I'm thinking issue 4. I've read all 3. They're all kind of clumped together in my head. But I know where the next couple issues are going. It's fantastic. Please get this book, pick it up and read it. You're going to be glad you did because this is going to be a...
if you can find a first print, get one. If not, the second print cover looks amazing. I know the book is selling out everywhere.
This is his first ongoing.
Yes.
So that's big too. I'm excited to see him in a long form story. Because everything I've read from him has been a mini. So seeing him long form to have time to play, it's going to be really cool. So it's going to be the next big Image book you're going to want to pick up.
Definitely.
That barbecue joint didn't play a big role in this. Because I was sold that there were these vampires that have their own barbecue joint. That wasn't played up really at all. Which is not a big deal. I'm just...
What was there a second Image #1 that was out this week?